So in this section, we'll be covering the backend setup, where we'll be actually building our code, the backend of Node APIs, from which we'll be getting response. Let me show you like what sort of e-commerce website will it look like. So it's a sort of a website. Well, I know it's very far away from the e-commerce setup, but it's like I've created it on my own. And well, I'm not a developer. I'm a purely a DevOps guy. So it's like a very basic e-commerce website, and I'm trying to show you one project. That's why I've created this. So it's like we have two sections. One is under prepared food and other one is under vegetables. So it's like in the backend, there will be node servers running, and node servers will be, finally on the Docker containers. But for the initial e-commerce setup, it's like when I'm going to click on this green salad, then I'll be getting response from the Node API. Okay, so we'll be creating one API for that, and for all rest of these, like for all these 5, we'll be creating separate APIs, Node APIs, from which we'll be getting the response. Okay, so we'll be going to our dev machine now, and then we'll be installing all the required frameworks for running a Node.js app. So we'll be creating 2 applications on the same server, and then we'll be pushing it to the Git repository as well. Let's move on to our dev machine that we created in the last video. So well, I am on this dev machine. So this was the directory that I created. Okay, let's get back. Let me clear this directory as well. Okay, so it has been created. So the directory is all cleared. Now screen is clear. Well, I like running our codes on a clear screen. Well, this section will be like optional one. You can also skip this. I'll be providing the code that I'll be writing here in the attachments. You can just copy it and place in the directory that I'm going to show you. So first of all, since we are going to run our code as Node APIs, so we'll be going to install Node.js first. Sudo apt install Node.js. Maybe this Ubuntu has. Okay, so let's install Node.js first. For that, we need to first upgrade the repositories. Sudo apt update, because since we have launched the server for the first time, so we need to update the repositories so that the recent packages can be fetched by our Ubuntu machine. So it will take around a minute for the update to get complete. It's almost done. The update is now complete. Let's go to install Node. Sudo apt install Node.js. So the Node.js is now being installed. So the Node.js installation is now complete. Check the Node version. So it's like version 8.10. Then we also need to install npm. Sudo apt install npm module. Okay, so it will also take a minute to get installed. After that, we'll be going to create a directory, the application directory, where we'll be creating the code. It will take around 30 seconds more. So npm is also installed now. Let's create our application directories. I'll be creating the directory like my appli. Let's create one application directory. I'll name it. So let's create one application directory. I'll name it as like application 1. Let's cd into it. So we are in this directory. Now initialize the npm. So it has been initialized. Let's leave all these options as such. You can also give the names as per your requirement. We can see we have this package.json file has been created. Now we need to install Express framework. Npm install express --save. So it will, well, it is also done. We can see now we have node modules and everything. Now let's go and create one index.js file. Sudo nano index.js. I'll be writing here the code. You can skip this and you can easily copy the code. I'll be providing it in the attachment. So declaring one constant const express. So declaring one constant const express equals to wire express. Okay, it's done. Then another app and express will be exposing the port 3000. Let's create one first API. Let me name it as /product1. Okay, request and the response. Okay, in that order. So what will be the response? Response will be, so it's like when this API is hit /product1, then the response will be request.send will be like cost of green salad. It's like I am just giving the response as a product name because the first product name is green salad. I'll say like $7.99 per EA. Well, we have completed the first API. Let me copy this and then let me copy this and then I'll be editing this for the next response. Well, it's off. So the next product is Thai style chicken. It's Thai style chicken salad. So the cost will be on the higher front. It's like 8.99 and it's like 2. Okay, let's create the third API. Let me give the cost as $10 and the third dish name is roasted vegetable grain bowl. That's fine. Okay, let's change the request as 3. Well, till here we have created the 3 APIs. Now for the log part, app.listen, I'll select port. Okay, this one, console.log. So we'll be getting this log that I'm going to print here. App is listening on port 3000. That's it. So we have created. Okay, let me change it here as well. It's off. So we have created 3 APIs. Let's see whether it's running or not. Node index.js. So there is one issue. Okay, const. Okay, I missed this. Okay, let's save the file. Let's run index.js. Another mistake. Well, I do a lot of mistake. I need to check. Last line. Okay, app.listen port console.log. Okay, I forget to close this brace. Well, this is fine now. So the app is running on port 3000. Let's do one thing. Let's try to hit this server on the port 3000 with the 3 APIs and let's check whether the things are properly working or not. But before that, we should remember, since we have only exposed port 22 on this EC2 machine, so we need to go back to our EC2 console and edit the security groups to open the port 3000 to everywhere.